All right, the bagpipers are through. The bell is rung, so FDIC International 2024 is now underway. Welcome, everyone, to Coffee and Conversation. We're at the REV booth today. I'm Chris McClune with FDIC. My guest today is Mike Bernig. He is the president of the Specialty Vehicles segment at REV. And Chris McClung, who has not been promoted yet, as he told me earlier, he is the vice president of the REV Fire Group. Got a few things to talk about today. Just going to kind of give an overview of what's happening at the booth. And Mike, I'm going to start with you. And I feel like I've seen you guys a lot in just the past 2 or 3 months. I talked to you on the phone for the article that we wrote. We did a podcast not too long ago. One of the things that we talked about when we were preparing for the article was about your vision for the REV Fire Group and how you were going to manage to get all these brands together and working. So talk to me about how this booth, which is a massive booth, talk to me about how this booth is a realization of that vision.
Yeah, I mean, as we talked in that article, you know, it was how do you take the 7 brands that we have, how do you take the 5 ambulance brands? The brands matter, the dealers matter. We all compete in the same marketplace with each other, so you've got to keep, you know, that as the focal point. But how do you show that together under one umbrella there's a lot more power, you know, with all of us together in one way? And so as we've been working through this over the last 6 years, as we've been working with our dealers, kind of this booth over the last 2 years has evolved into the vision. And so as we stand here, this is the center of the booth. We're on the stage. We've got our coffee service behind us. We've got the beer and wine that we do every afternoon here. But then you look out at our brands. We have the innovation, which sits here, which is kind of all innovation that would go through all of the different trucks that you see. But then this is like the hub of the wheel, and the spokes are the brands. So you have Spartan and E1, and then you have KME and Ferrara. And so, you know, we celebrate our brands, we celebrate our dealers that represent those brands, but we come together kind of in the middle. And it's amazing for me to see every year as this gets bigger and bigger and bigger, kind of how this is really working out. And really, to be honest with you, it's all of these people out here. It's the buy-in from the dealers into what we're doing, which is probably the thing I'm most proud of, because you know, what we are doing here is really working. And when you look at our market share and you look at our growth over the last few years, you know, you start to go, okay, this is kind of working. Let's not break it now. Let's not screw it up.
That is the vision. Now, Chris is going to talk to us about how you're implementing that vision this year at FDIC with the booth.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. You know, as you see out here, we have 16 trucks in total representing all 7 of our brands. And, you know, one of the things that we talk about all the time is brands matter, and they matter a lot to us. We are under the umbrella group of the Fire Group as a whole, but brands matter, and all that does is bring us together and strengthens what we're doing. And so that's incredibly important. As Mike was talking about, we've got the innovation section of our booth here. We're excited to have the Toronto Vector, which is the only all-electric North American fire truck, as well as an S180 here with a multiplex system that we're looking at called Omniplex from Safe Fleet. And as you see, we've got Savannah Tiller. We're really excited to have that as well. You know, we've got Ephrata is one of our manufacturing facilities, and that's really the center of excellence for us. You know, with tillers and kind of a focus for us. So, you know, as you look at this, the reason why we're all here, and we keep this as our theme as we're planning year in and year out, and that is protecting those who protect us. And we want this to kind of be an immersive experience within the booth. You know, every day we're going to be having, you know, coffee barista starting the day every morning, and again, that's just really kind of our goal and our focus. So
we are going to be doing more of these every day. Today was kind of like a high level, what is going on all over the booth, but over the next 2 days, we're going to talk about a milestone that the group is enjoying this year and is kicked off. And we're also going to be talking about the future of fire, where we're going to get into a couple of things that you just talked about with the rigs that you mentioned here. So again, come back. This is Coffee and Conversation every day at the beginning of the show when the doors open. We're going to be back. We'll have Larry Daniels here tomorrow, and I'll be back with Chris and Phil Grace as well. I'll be back with you on Saturday.
Right.
All right, perfect.
Thank you. Enjoy the show,
Chris.
everybody.
Have a great show.